Hey everyone, I wrote a book. No, not the book behind my head there or over here on my desk that I've been mentioning all the time forever. I wrote a new book. I do that sometimes, being a kind of sort of author. I wrote a new book called Only. I don't even know the title. Only Dead on the Inside's my old book, the one I've been promoting relentlessly for forever. Let's see if I can get the title of my new book right. Bare Minimum Parenting, the ultimate guide to not quite ruining your child. The basic idea is there's all these parenting books out there that tell you how to overachieve, how to go above and beyond and work harder and do way too much to give your kid an edge. And my entire premise in this book is how can you do the opposite? How can you be as lazy as possible and still turn out a decent human being? Because here's the core bedrock of my parenting philosophy, the current that underruns all of my tweets and all of my Facebook posts and all of my Instagram pictures. I think kids just kind of turn out how they turn out. Same with adults. I mean, you get to adulthood, and can you really tell who had great parents and who didn't have great parents? Can you tell who was breastfed or bottle fed, who went to a great school or a poor school, who went to the best daycare or the worst daycare? I think after a while, it just kind of averages out. If you deal with a 45-year-old who's a jerk to you, you don't go, boy, their parents really screwed up. They shouldn't have let them watch so much TV. You just think, that guy's a jerk. It's their own fault. I think in the grand scheme of things, we all just kind of turn out mediocre. And if we're all going to be mediocre anyway, why not get there by the easiest, most efficient route possible? That's the whole premise of this comedy book. Let's turn the parenting genre on its head and just take the easy way out. This is the cover, basically. You can tell this is an advanced review copy, so they're going to print more of these, higher quality, so that part will be changed. And down here, I think my favorite part of the whole cover, James Breakwell, and it has the PhD and it's crossed out. Because believe it or not, this might shock you, I don't have a PhD in anything. I barely have a degree. Really, they probably should not have let me out of regular college. They probably should have stopped me. Somebody should have stopped me after I wrote my last book, but they didn't. So I kept going. This book is coming out, as it says on here, November 2018. The actual release date is November 6, 2018. In the UK, it's November 1st because of some quirks on their publishing dates. So it's coming up 3 months away. You will be hearing from me about this more, much more, and I do hope you buy it. Not just because I want to make money, although that is the biggest reason, by far the most important reason, like 90% of the reason I'm telling you to do this. Like my opinion here is very biased. But the other 10% is I really do genuinely want to help you. I think that there is room in the parenting market for a book that doesn't just say it's okay to not be perfect. I want to push a book that says it's okay to be as imperfect as possible. It's okay to get away with being lazy. Being lazy isn't something to be ashamed of. It is a badge of honor. It is a point of pride. It shows you are smarter than everybody else around you who's scurrying to get their kid a few extra points on the SAT, to get their kid into more extracurriculars, to do all of these things. And if you just take it easy, if you just relax, if you let things work themselves out, your kid will actually be better for it. And in most cases, will come out in front of the kids of those overachieving parents. So that's the premise of this book. You can pre-order it now on Amazon and in most other book retailers. And I do hope you'll pre-order it because that convinces those bookstores to stockpile it in advance for launch day so that more people can buy it so we can spread our message of laziness. If you don't want to feel insecure about all those overachieving parents, the best thing in the world is to fortify yourself by spending money on this book and then watching as your kid excels as you do less. Isn't that what life is really all about? Coming out ahead while doing less work. No better feeling in the world. So I hope you'll bear with me in the coming months as I promote this book, as I go into it. I mean, if you have a high motion, fast motion camera, you can slow this down. You can get by without reading the book. Here's all the pages. There's no zombies in it this time. I know if you're hoping for zombies, I guess you'll be crushed. I don't think anybody was. I had a whole lot of people last time tell me, I would love to buy your book, but I don't do zombies. So for you people, I wrote this book I saved all your names. I remember all your faces. I'll be coming for you. I'm going to call in that promise. There's also no comics in this book. There are graphs and charts and flow charts and things, but there's none of the stick figure comics. I took out the art this time. There's actual words in here, jokes made of words, you know, kind of like most of what I do on the internet. So I'm getting more back to my roots here. So I hope you'll give that book a chance. Please pre-order if you can. If you don't have the money, please steal it. You know, whatever you got to do. I am not legally liable for any crimes you commit as a result of this video. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a PhD. I'm just a guy who writes comedy books. So I hope you'll give this a chance. Oh, and by the way, this is the super, super advanced copy. Like, they just run this out the door before proofreading it all the way. The final version has like 55 proofreaders going over it. So there is a typo on the cover. They left off the D on the inside. I wasn't going to mention that, but I realized I've been waving the book in front of the camera, and somebody will probably point it out. So yes, I know it's there. There were only like 25 advanced copies printed, so the error has been corrected. It's all over. So if you want to buy this book with the D on it, pre-order now. Thank you.